Hello, my darlings. Welcome to Drink Tea and Waffle with me in my lovely Picasso-esque style mug. So I enjoy beginning these sessions with a little ding of my lovely bells. So just take a deep breath in and out. That's more like it. Settle into this moment here with me. Pour yourself a cup of tea. I'm having spearmint tea today. Also, my throat is a little bit, so we'll take it a little bit easy. But that felt like confirmation for me that what I had to say needed to come through. Perhaps before I lose my voice. Hopefully not. So this chat we're having today, it's been on my mind lately, and it's, as you'll have seen from the caption, are you sleepwalking? Are you awake? Are you conscious, or are you sleeping through your day-to-day life? Let's get into it, shall we? Because I actually was driving 2 days ago, and this is when this came into my mind, because I got in the car twice that day and twice nearly hit someone because they weren't paying attention, because they were sleepwalking. Like, because one of them had earphones in and they were jogging and they just jogged straight across the road without looking. Someone else was like, they were schoolgirls, her friend had just crossed the road, she was following her, but like this on her phone, and then looked up in time to hear me beep to be like, I'm going to hit you. But she just looks like dumbfounded, like I've woken, like my beep has woken her up out of some sort of dream, you know? So that's where this sleepwalking analogy came from. Also, back to the driving metaphor, you know how sometimes you can get yourself from A to B, you're exhausted though, you completely zone out, you arrive at your destination and you're like, I don't know where I just was. I don't know how I just arrived safely here. It's like you're functioning on autopilot. And autopilot can only get you so far. That's more like a survival mechanism that you switch into, like, oh, I need to numb out right now because it's not safe for me to be here. And then your body just takes over. And that's fine temporarily. Like, if you're in a stressful situation or if you're having a trauma response, sometimes the body needs to do that. The mind needs to tap out and the body just takes over. But it's not sustainable, because one day you're going to wake up and be like, oh, I've been sleepwalking for like months. It's where when people say like, oh, where is the time going? I feel like time's running away from me. Or the days are all blending into one. Time's going so fast, like blah, blah, blah. When people are saying that, it's often because nothing changes in their day-to-day lives. Like, this might feel like I'm calling some people out, but it's more, this is a wake-up call. Like, if you're waking up, you're eating, you're on your phone, then you go to work, it's numbing, it's soul-sucking, it's not what you want to be doing, you're switched off, you get home, you scroll or you look at another screen until your body is screaming at you like, please feed me or please give me water, and you listen to it, but you still stay attached to a screen as you're eating or drinking, and then you go to sleep. You have a bad sleep because you've been probably looking at screens all day or just not been present. You've not been present. And then you wake up and do it all over again. Of course, all your days are going to blend into one. Of course, time is going to move quickly because you are not being present. 4:44 on the clock. That's been my reminder. 4:44. Crazy. But yes, if that's you, welcome. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Captain Your Vessel. I am Elena, your host. Perhaps I should have introduced myself at the beginning, but the message was just coming through. Yeah, spearmint tea. It's very good. I'm doing little tea ratings in this have tea and chat with me. But stick around to the end for that. So where this has been showing up for me, like cultivating presence in my day-to-day. So the past week I've been home alone, pretty much dog sitting, just taking care of the dog. And it's actually kind of hard. Like, I felt a bit lonely. I would consider myself quite extroverted, but I definitely need my downtime as well. But this week has taught me where I numb, or where I am self-soothing with perhaps the wrong things, like my phone, like picking up and doom scrolling, or running away from silence and stillness, basically. Like, even if I'm doing tasks, I've like put on a YouTube video and it's in the background, or I'm, you know, it's like just needing stimulation. And I think that a lot of people can probably relate to this, that like you're seeking constant stimulation, because that's how we've kind of been wired pretty much since COVID, I think. Spending so much time by ourselves. TikTok blew up because everyone had so much time on their hands, and those scrolling habits stuck with a lot of us. Yeah. And this was at such a key time in my sort of development. Like, it was before I went to university, and it was after school. Like, my concentration and my attention and my focus, all-time low. Having to do lessons online and stuff. That's a whole nother thing. We've gone off on a little bit of a tangent. We do that here. But, oh, my throat. To tap out there for a little bit because it's hurting. Perhaps a message for me to slow down. But essentially, what I was busy with this past week is nannying. That's my main income right now, and that feels really rewarding for me. I love spending time with kids and getting to help in their development. Feels like a really good fit for me, and it's quite a recent thing. But what it teaches you is complete presence with the child or the children. Because if you turn your back, get distracted momentarily, they're probably going to hurt themselves. Like, this is a horrid truth, but most of the time it's like, it's okay. Like, they've fallen and they bumped their head and they're okay after some soothing. But that's it. Like, you have to be really present. And parents, you know this. If you've done nannying before, you will also relate to this. There is no room to get distracted or, you know, numb yourself and distract yourself from the present moment. You have to be present. Like, that is it's what you're being paid to do. You're being paid to take care of kids. So you've got to be present with them. Like, they make you fully present. So that's been also a valuable lesson for me. You know, not that I'm hurting the kids or that I'm letting kids go hurt themselves, but in like keeping that presence and cultivating that presence, being fully in the moment, that's very important. And you cultivate presence through awareness, through conscious awareness. And this goes back to the sleepwalking, because too many people are sleepwalking. And I use that analogy of people who are crossing the road, like seeming like they're asleep, because there are other people who are driving asleep, you know, getting from A to B, and you don't know how you just got there. And yeah, this valuable. So in the past week when I'm by myself, the thing that I was avoiding was stillness, it was silence, and it was actually boredom. I was trying to chase stimulation to keep my brain stimulated. And boredom actually breeds creativity. Like, This is the first time in human history that we've had so much entertainment and knowledge and information and connection with other people across the world at our fingertips. This is the first time this has ever happened. And our brains are like, I don't know what to do with all this. And the thing is that boredom has most likely been the inventor. Boredom has been the inspiration for much of what we would call humanity's greatest works of art or literature or just actual ideas. Because like when you sit with boredom, you want to do things, you want to do something with your hands. And that's where, you know, the very clever people who are behind the social media companies, I'm looking at you, FBI officer, that they know that the scrolling, the act of scrolling, triggers something primal in our brains. It's like we're searching for something. We're searching for that simulation. It's like, give me more information. And it keeps us on this emotional roller coaster, because as you're scrolling, you're finding something that makes you laugh. The next video makes you sad. It's eye-opening. It's a puppy being rescued. The next video, again, you feel quite normal. You're actually learning something from this video. You'll probably forget it in 3 videos' time. What was the video you just watched? Like 4 videos ago. You don't know. You've been stuck in this doom scrolling cycle. And it's okay. It's not your fault. They want you to do this. They have invested thousands, if not millions, into learning how to keep your attention, to keep your focus. Your attention is your currency. Let me say that again. Your attention and your focus is your currency. Where attention goes, energy flows. If you are applying yourself into your phone or into something else constantly, like this goes for all addictions, like might be smoking weed for you or alcohol, something that numbs, something that is trying to fill some sort of emptiness or void. And the thing is, you're not empty. You're just running from the discomfort of being still. And that's okay. This is where meditation and breath work comes in. And that's what my channel is for. It's for waffling, and then I do some meditations and mindfulness. So if you like that, give me a subscribe and like and comment and all those wonderful things. I can see birds flying in a lovely formation up there. You know, when they form that arrow shape. Gorgeous. Wow, my throat. May this tea heal my throat. So, all this to say, next time you find yourself doom scrolling and the consciousness returns to you, you wake up, resist the temptation of picking up the phone and continuing again, because it's familiar, it feels more comfortable. So therefore we want to do it more rather than seeking the uncomfortable thing, which is putting down the phone and thinking for ourselves, what do I want to do with the next hour of my life? You know, it doesn't need to be massive. It doesn't need to sit down and think, what do I need to do with my whole day? What do I need to do with my life? Just think about let me do something else for 5 minutes. Not the phone. Let me put the phone down and leave it. And even just, yes, ask yourself, if continuing, this is how you can sort of break yourself out of the cycle. Next time you wake up from the doom scroll, ask yourself, will it benefit you to continue? Just put it down. Put the phone down and ask yourself that question. Because even disrupting that urge to continue for like 2 seconds, you're already creating a new neural pathway in your brain, which is going to say, I'm going to choose the less familiar route. And the more that it's like an elephant path or a memory path. I think it's elephant path in Dutch. The more that you walk it, the more that your brain chooses that neural pathway, the deeper and more ingrained it's going to become. And therefore it's going to feel like less of a battle to choose that route rather than the familiar reaching for the phone or the weed, you know, the alcohol, whatever your vice is. Yeah. And next time that you want to stop and put that thing down and say, okay, what do I want to do for the next 5 minutes? Have I moved my body today? Like, have I exercised? Have I gone for a walk? Just done some light stretching. Like, you can you can use the phone to help you with that. Just like look up on YouTube 5-minute stretching, or like Tai Chi. I love Tai Chi. Am I hungry? Am I thirsty? Check in with your body. You can get present again and get grounded. You're here. And then perhaps after a while you might think like, okay, with the boredom, if you've got nothing like that, no pressing concerns with your body that you want to do, then do you want to listen to music, write something, do some journaling, dance, any of those things? What is it that would fulfill you right now? That would fill that void more than just like making more of a void by scrolling. And I'm not like coming at anyone for doing this, because it's not your fault. It's not your fault. But it is your responsibility. And I'm saying this to myself as much as I'm saying it to you lovely people. I am saying it so that it ingrains itself in me. I'm trying to lead by example. And yeah, it's about self-connection and devotion to yourself. So this message was literally bubbling up inside of me. I just needed to sit down and record it, even though my throat is like screaming at me to stop right now. So I will close it off there. If this is your first time that you've seen a video of mine pop up, then I would really appreciate a subscribe and commenting what you took from this, how you felt that it sparked any sort of inspiration or recognition in you. I want to hear it all. This is Shibui Spearmint Tea. I love Shibui. I'm not sponsored, but I'd like to be. Hint, hint. This one, I struggle to find spearmint tea so many places. Shibui do a really good one. A really, really good one. And it's good for my girlies with PCOS or other hormone imbalances. If you have unwanted hair, facially or other places, spearmint tea is your best friend. Okie dokie. Enough chit chat. I am going to say bye-bye, and we will close this message with the bell. Thank you for your presence today, and I hope you have a wonderful day.